Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know about the 1.1 patch of Honkai Star Rail. At the time of recording, the English live stream for patch 1.1 was delayed due to some difficulties, but fear not because the CN live stream continued as planned and now we have some information about the patch, so let's get right into it. First, they talked about the new characters Silverwolf, Luocha, and Yukong. Silverwolf is a 5-star quantum nihility character that specializes in applying debuffs on enemies. Her skill has the ability to apply a weakness type of an on-field ally's type to the target enemy and also reduce the target's damage resistance while dealing quantum damage. Her ultimate decreases the enemy's defense and also dealing quantum damage. Her technique deals quantum damage to enemies when entering a battle, while her talent gives her 3 different types of debuffs where every time she attacks, she has a base chance to either decrease their attack, defense, or speed. Next, Luocha. He is a 5-star imaginary abundance character that specializes in healing and removing buffs on enemies. His skill restores HP on an ally and gains 1 stack of Abyss Flower. His ultimate removes 1 buff from enemies and deals imaginary damage to all enemies and gains 1 stack of Abyss Flower. His talent, when he reaches 2 stacks of Abyss Flower, he creates a field against the enemy where when an ally attacks, they restore HP. And his technique when entering battle immediately deploys the field from his talent. And next, Yukong. She is a 4-star imaginary harmony character where she specializes in buffing your team's attack and crit stats. Her skill obtained 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings where it increases the attack of all allies when Roaring Bowstrings is active. Her ultimate, if Roaring Bowstrings is active, increases the crit rate and crit damage of allies and deals massive imaginary damage to a single enemy. And her technique gives her a sprint boost when roaming around the world. Next are 5-star Lycones. Silverwolf increases her effect hit rate when she deals damage to enemies with 3 or more debuffs. It increases her crit rate and also apply an effect where it makes her deal more damage for 1 turn. This is a pretty nice Lycone for Silverwolf, but not really that massive in utility. Yaocha's Lycone increases his attack, and for each enemy that he attacks, he regenerates energy, and when he uses ult, all allies gain a speed boost. Now this Lycone is pretty good for Luocha because he regenerates energy, gets attack percentage, and also gives some speed for your team. Next are the character banners of 1.1. The first phase banners are going to be Silverwolf, with the 4 stars being Dan, Asta, and Serval. Now right off the bat, this is kind of meh because these are all free 4 stars, so you're only going to get Eldalons for them. And Silverwolf, she isn't that impressive as being a Nihility character, but is useful I guess. And the second phase banner is going to be Luocha, with the 4 stars being Pella, QQ, and Yukong. Now this is a really good banner not only because Luocha is a pretty good healer to have, but also if you are in need of support, Yukong and Pella are great characters to have. And also getting QQ Eldalons will make her even stronger than she already is as a free character. So if you are wondering which to pull, I think Luocha's banner is pretty stacked by far. Now for the Lycone banners. For Silverwolf's, it has hers alongside with the 4 stars being the Hunt Lycone Subscribe for More, which is a really good Lycone because it gives you damage bonus on your basic attack and skill. The Erudition Lycone make the World Claimer, which is also a great Lycone because it gives damage bonus for your ult and regenerates your energy. And then the Harmony Lycone Memories of the Past, which is also great for increasing break effect and regenerating the wearer's energy. So overall, this Lycone banner is pretty good for 4 stars, but for the 5 star, I think is only worth if you really want to main Silverwolf and get her Lycone, where at the same time you can get some pretty good 4-star Lycones. Next, Luocha's Lycone banner has his alongside with the 4 stars being the Harmony Lycone Dance Dance Dance, where when the characters uses their ult, all allies action are advanced forward, which is pretty nice but kinda limiting. Next, the Erudition Lycone Genesis Repose, where it increases the wearer's attack, and when they defeat an enemy, their crit damage increases, which is nice but still limiting due to the restriction. And then the Nihility Lycone Good Night and Sleep Well, where for every debuff the enemy has, increases the damage dealt by the wearer, which is kind of okay. Overall, this banner is kind of meh compared to Silverwolf's because the 4-star Lycones aren't great except for Luocha's Lycone, but again it's not really worth pulling on Lycones. Next, the events. The first one being the main one where it has some mini games like taking photos, with the rewards giving us XP resources, trace materials, stellar jade, with the main reward being a 4-star Nihility Lycone for probably Silverwolf. The second event is a museum event where there is a museum in Belobog and assist people and complete challenges. This event gives a lot of XP resources for relics, Lycon's characters and traces, Stella Jade, and with it giving us the modeling resource where we can use in relic crafting to set the main stat of a relic, which is very good as an event reward. The third event is a combat event where there are these trials with certain characters where we need to complete them to get trace materials, XP, Stella Jade, and for this one we get relic remains to then be able to craft more relics. The fifth event is where the counts that gives us resources will have double drops, so definitely take advantage of that event. And the sixth event is sort of a combat event where we go around helping people complete challenges against enemies for Stella Jade and some resources. And for the last event, we are getting a sign-in event where signing in for 7 days, you will get a total of 10 special summons, which is really nice. Now that is a lot of events and pretty exciting, mainly for the resources, but in terms of combat, not really much, but still a lot of resources to gather. Also, it seems that from what people have been saying, it was mentioned in the live stream that we will have a chance to get 4-star Yukong for free, but the details will be shared soon on how to get her, which is really good because she is a great support. And for other pieces of content, we are getting character companion missions for Silverwolf, Luocha, Yanqing, and Bailu. So if you're interested in learning more of their background and lore, here you go. And for some quality of life, they will add a function where you can now track enemies of certain materials that you need for characters, which is really useful instead of just looking everywhere on the map, and also a chat function where you can now chat with the people on your friends list. That is a lot of stuff to look forward to, some pretty good banners, some good events with a lot of good resources to earn, getting a free Yukong, some extra content with some good quality of life changes. Overall, this seems to be a pretty good patch and I am looking forward to it. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you are looking forward to for this patch. Are you going to be rolling for any characters? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more Star Rail content like my 3-minute guides that I will do on Silverwolf, Luocha, and Yukong, then subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video to support it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.